podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
BoxingVoice.com.
Every day I'm hustling.
All the guys want. I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather. I was trying to fight every fighter. I sacrificed a lot
Dazn Productions.
to get to where I got to.
What do you bring to the table?
Let's get this on. Let's do it.
Well, it's like this. It's hey, wait.
All right, that's it. Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down.
Man, you know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I sacrificed a lot.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and I'm joined alongside David Morehouse, Enrique Casual Fan Church, and it looks like we already got our first guest, Sampson Lewickovich, the promoter of Javier Fortuna, on the line, who is furious, not happy at all with Devin Haney and Devin Haney and Jorge Linares moving forward. But I give you Sampson Lewickovich. Sampson, talk to us. What is on your mind? What exactly is going on?
Let me put it this way. I call this man, Bill Haney, a bullshitter. That is, he's doing all bullshit, whatever he say. Your people, I hold them responsible to listen to all this bullshit. That is the truth. I'm very upset, and I love you, Bill, man. But, I tell you the truth. I'm very surprised that you continue listening to this guy, that the only thing is talking and tell me that so many things that I didn't send a proposal to the WBC, request the mandatory that I request before, but no now, that all this kind of bullshit. But what it bothered me the last time, that he met and he showed few $1,000s in the table, and I bet you 200,000. I say I cannot afford 200,000 because I'm wealthy, but not like him, and easy wealth. That is the reason that I can continue to the end of my days, even though I'm 70 years old, without to work if I need to. I want to see his future. If he will hold, because when you make easy money, it's easy to lose. That is the reason he bet $200,000. Because doesn't appreciate when you work hard for your money, especially when you show. But he called me a liar. And that he be the first person in my best of the knowledge that he called me a liar. And that he bothered me. It bothered me so much because, first of all, if I visit, I'm never tried, or I never want to instigate violence to anyone, because the violence is in the ring between promoters, like he called himself promoter, that I have a lot of doubt that is the promoter or co-promoter with Eddie Hearn. Probably what he have is a paperwork on the contract that he can go 50-50 when he's fighting his fighter or something, who knows, or a percentage or whatever it may be. But the point is, to call liar to a man of my integrity, you need to prove it. I prove it that he's a bullshitter. And why? Because after that conversation, that he bet $50,000 that I will show you again, I still have it. Because if he changes his mind, I still have the $50,000 check that Fortuna will beat his son. He make a decision to call that night and request to fight Jorge Linares. Why? Because it's a dangerous fight but much less than Javier Fortuna. So that it was his decision. But that night that he bet me, so even if I bet 200 or a million, he will not do it because he knows that already he have in his mind to talk and to send to his promoter or partner promoter that he will not fight Fortuna. He will fight Linares. Okay. Now, tomorrow it be officially, it be authorized by the WBC that Linares it be the challenge for Haney on May 15. But the winner, you need to make a deal 90 days after that fight. You need to face Fortuna. That is official. Tomorrow it will be in all the news. The point is that he can run, but he cannot hide. But I going back to what he told me about lie, that I'm a liar. So I bought a nice gift for him. I imagine he's not here, no?
No, he's not.
Can I open for all of you? I believe that is.
Yeah.
And you let it go.
I'm interested. I want to see what you got.
Yeah, I think Nestor will relay the message.
I'm sure he's looking. I sent him the link.
Okay, you want to take a picture like this?
Go ahead, Morehouse. Take a picture with your phone. Or screenshot that, Ness.
A screenshot.
Oh, I mean, it's recorded. It's live.
Okay, so it's live. So
let me screenshot it real quick. Hold the pose for it one more time with a nice smile. There you go. All right, hold on. Control option number 3, 4, done. All right.
Okay.
Boom. Got it.
So what do you got? Some wine, champagne?
Here, shoes.
Okay.
Slippers?
Right.
Life stride.
Ballet slippers.
Can you see it?
See it?
Yeah.
Gonna break out some.
Oh no.
Shoes.
Mouthwash?
Listerine.
Listerine. Okay.
Before it say lie to me again that I lie, I really recommend Listerine. And probably I get a sponsorship by him because that
wash his mouth out.
Okay?
Yeah.
So
Sampson, let me ask you. How is it that Mauricio allowed Linares to jump past Fortuna?
Look, I understand sometimes the decisions. It's not only Mauricio. You have several people. Mm-hmm. I believe, I don't know how many in total, but the committee can be 30, 40 people. I don't know how many. And what it is he never had a mandatory. So when he requests to come back, like he owed me a favor because he took him when he said that he was a Hearn.
Yeah.
So I believe that the WBC, it took step too fast. So now it's payback. And I understand that it could be the case. That, sometimes, look, we are human beings. And at the end of the day, regardless, in 90 days, I guarantee you, forget it because already the father talking about Lomachenko. And that is a clue for me. And that clue is very strong. But I want you to write it down, my clue, when the time it comes, because the time, it will be the witness of what I'm saying today. When he say after that he look in Lomachenko and knowing the back of the business, Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum, he cannot see each other. So why he requests Lomachenko? You know why?
Why?
Because it's the end of the relationship between Mushroom and Haney. Trust me when I'm telling you. Because that he would never put Lomachenko on the spot. He will talk about whoever have Mushroom or maybe PBC that we still have relation with Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn is a very smart man. I will not take this away. And when he called the WBC through Eddie Hearn, is because it's very hard. And you see it when you talk to you, Bill, whatever is in his mind is what he wants. But he wants that date because I know it's a fact that the next day he was in the picture, Jorge Linares. But remember what I say, when he started to mention that it will not happen, it can happen, but not with the title. The WBC, he given this shot, he will not give it a second shot. That almost guarantee.
But isn't this now a second voluntary defense for Haney?
Yes, and this is normally it will not be the first time for the WBC, so I cannot get too upset because it happened many times, many times.
Well, what happens? What happens? Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say what happens after Linares and Haney fight. They have 90 days to fight Fortuna. What happens if Ryan Garcia then jumps out of the woodwork since he is the number one mandatory?
He cannot. Ryan Garcia, he cannot. After that, he cannot because he lost his mandatory when he refused openly to fight. Is the interim title. He can defend his title. By the way, he asked for an exception already. So he will be busy. Secondly, like I say, he's a spoiled baby. That he won Manny Pacquiao and he won Gervonta Davis that already is booked.
Well, did you hear reports of Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia's team approaching Suleiman and saying that they didn't want to fight until there was crowds?
Yeah, that they were asking for more time so that they could stage the fight when the situation is right. So that's our fear, that what if, 3 months from now, Ryan and Devin say, yeah, we're ready, and they have an arena, are they going to push Fortuna back again?
No, I don't believe that it will be the case. Beside that, it could happen, it could ask, but I be very, very rare when tomorrow come up that on the news that the 90 days, and it was the second chance that he got for an interim title, it will not happen. You need to wait for the winner. So, and by the way, nobody can say that in September, October, it will be 100% arena open. Nobody can say that. Only God.
Very true.
You cannot work in that way. So maybe next year, yes. Next year it can happen. But first you need to beat Fortuna.
So now, do you know if there's a rematch clause for Haney? If he loses, does he get a rematch with Linares and then you got to wait 2 fights?
No, there's no rematch. And look, Mauricio, like every man, he make a mistake, and every sanctioned body make a mistake. I make a mistake, and you make a mistake. But this time, he will not make the mistake because he given everything possible to compliment Haney. When he gave up the title, he got the title back. Then he fought whatever he won, and then he fought again whatever he won. Now we need to face the truth or give up the title.
Sampson.
But still, that when start to talk about a pure enemy between 2 promoters, and he start to talk about Lomachenko, I believe is the end of the road with Mushroom.
So you think that? Wait a minute. Are you trying to say that Bill is trying to go to Top Rank?
Why though?
I don't know.
Maybe free agency, but not Top Rank.
It's a mine town. You know, maybe want to go to a purse bid again, and somebody like that promotional will buy it.
Okay, Triller.
Right.
You know, that is possible.
Do you think that Haney is a star right now at his level, that he's a star in the making, that he's just getting whatever he wants, and that's why he didn't get the Fortuna fight? Pick Fortuna?
Let me put this way, as a promoter. When I have a fighter that I'm being forced whatever he wants, he doesn't hold on the promotional company.
So
and this, I never saw any father of a son that he can call his manager or trainer or half promoter to say how much money you want to pay me on TV, on public.
Yeah, but times are different now. Times are different. Everything's on public, and a lot of things are entertainment. So I was actually seeing that bet as entertainment, as promo to the brand. You know what I mean? Like an advantage taken. Do you think that that's possibly what happened? And even calling you a liar, even though you're a man of integrity, even that is part of the tactics. Kind of like the hip hop culture. You know what I mean? They sell records by calling people names and placing bets.
I mean, Pacquiao, Mayweather did it to Pacquiao, right? I mean, he talked about Pacquiao.
No, you know what? I thought in the beginning that when he started to show the money and he want to bet me, I really had to fight.
Yeah.
And then I understood that is the cover up to go with Linares, that is less, challenge that Fortuna. That is the real thing.
And let me tell you, said Linares is less talented?
No, less of a danger.
Dangerous.
Oh, danger.
And the less expensive. Less expensive. The public, because Eddie Hearn did mention that Bill Haney went to him and talked to him about Fortuna. And I think maybe it was just a simple decision. Fortuna made more money than Linares.
Oh, no. Stop right there. I know the numbers. Same number.
So they took
I thought you were talking about getting the same amount for the Gamboa fight. You wanted the same that Gamboa got.
It's the same thing he got Linares.
So, okay.
No one that you really want to fight, he will tell you, I get you the money. You see, that I can call him different name, untrue. I will not call him a liar, but I call him untrue. I will never call a man a liar if I don't have a proof 100%.
Well, I'm sorry. I just assumed that Gamboa got more money than what Linares would have got. And I was under the assumption you asked for what Gamboa got.
I work in my old times with Roy Jones Jr. in his prime, with Murad Muhammad. And every opponent of Roy Jones Jr., he used to get $750,000.
$750,000?
Yeah, in that time. When the opponent, the most of them, when I used to work with them. So we have a budget. And the budget for them is 600. Now, he's talking that he will get 3 million. I doubt it. That he doesn't deserve it, because I guarantee you that he's going now without a mask. Devin Haney in the street, and he will not be recognized.
Oh, you're saying that they don't know who Devin Haney is?
That is correct.
Listen, Sampson. So, are you planning on getting Javier?
1 second. As well as Javier Fortuna out of the the Dominican Republic, as well as Linares, as well as many of the boxer that he can walk in the street and nobody recognize him. Mm-hmm. Or if you get recognized, I never forget when, David Benavides is like my son, like every one of my guys. So we used to fight in Brooklyn several times. and from almost the beginning of his career. So we walking in because Showtime is say, we want to have Benavides in the podium, to ask a few questions, whatever. Mm-hmm. So we start to walk through if you remember the Barclay, you need to go to the stairs all the way up to Showtime place. And some people say, hey, David, champ, yeah, and it was few. And I told him, you see, we still in the side B. We need to continue working to be in the A. Mm-hmm. After a couple of fights, we couldn't go anymore on that same stairs. We need to go all around with security. And that what is missing in Haney is on front of the horse, the father and the son.
So you just plain and simple think that team believes that Fortuna is a tougher fight than anybody else he could get right now at this moment.
And in this moment, at least, of Jorge Linares.
Right. So in other words, Devin Haney ducked Fortuna, because that's the phrase they throw around in the boxing audience.
I don't believe the fighter. Devin, I'm very sure that he will fight anybody, like every fighter. Right. If the money's right, he will fight anyone, and I have the most respect for every fighter. I have no right, as man as say that he's afraid. Yeah. The fighter is afraid. No, the father, and I don't believe the promoter, but the father for sure. That is the one that he picked. He's a cherry pick, and this one he did all his career, and I congratulate he can get away with that. But doesn't mean I can. You know what? I will not change his $50,000 check, and I will go on walking myself with David Haney, and I'm telling you that I can go all the way on the Las Vegas Boulevard, and he will not get stopped or people take picture with them. Like if I bring David Benavides, I bring Fundora.
Well, by the sounds of it, you better go put that check in a CD account so you can at least make a few percentage points off.
Wait, are you saying you're saying happening? Wait, you're saying David Benavides is more recognizable on the street than Devin Haney?
Yeah. By far.
Oh, okay.
By far.
So Sampson, do you plan on getting Javier another fight? Because he hasn't fought since November, or does he just wait around to fight Fortuna?
No, I tried to get it a fight. By the way, like you say, tomorrow I need to redeposit this.
Yeah.
Because the bet is over, right?
And I hope so that Billy still have the cash in the table, because maybe he spent extra.
Billy just showed up. Hold on. He says send him the link.
You got the mouthwash ready?
This is pot 42. Buckle up, folks. Buckle up, TVV.
Turbulence.
Sending the link. So we'll wait for him. But so you plan on getting Fortuna? He put the mouth frogs in the front. So you plan on getting Fortuna a fight here, and what month are we? Thinking.
You need to fight. I believe we need to fight in May or June, the latest, early June. I need to get something for him to be busy and wait for his opportunity that he most likely could be a vacant title.
Mm-hmm.
He will come up with the excuse maybe, and we're going to 140.
Oh, so you're saying Fortuna, you're saying you think Haney is going to move up to 140 instead of fighting Fortuna?
That is my thought.
Wow.
And if he want to fight Lomachenko, so then most likely he'll be without the title. At least with the WBC title, it will not happen.
But Lomachenko went quiet on social media with the Devin Haney back and forth.
It recoup his, and beside that, probably Bob Arum told him, don't talk.
Oh.
Bob is a different. Have the experience. Is probably, if it's not the best promoter ever.
Oh, I don't think so, man. No more.
You cannot talk and try to make a fight with the public. You make the fight in an office. It's not like Billy that he can make a fight.
I think Eddie Hearn does the fight in the public. I think he's really good with making the fight in the public. Eddie Hearn, that is.
Well, Eddie Hearn, he could be a Hall of Fame, but he's still young. You know.
Looks like we got Bill Haney on the line.
Mr. Bill Haney.
Let's see. Hold on.
I check. We have time to change your mind and fight.
Hey, listen. Hey, Sampson. You know to this business, and you on here once again fabricating the truth, Sampson. You know, I mean, if you said that you were going to force Mauricio Suleiman to do something, you did.
I never said that. I never said for.
I know. Once again, you fabricating the truth. How long have you been in the business, sir?
30 years.
30 years. So you've been in the business 30
and
years.
Nobody called me a liar beside you.
Okay. Listen. How many fighters have made $3 million with you?
Well, not too many, but much more.
Listen. So you've been in the business 30 years.
Sergio Martinez.
But you got
Sergio Martinez.
What'd you say?
Sergio Martinez. He makes a little bit more, maybe 3 times more.
Okay,
so tell me, I don't know the business.
Sergio Martinez.
And remember, I have many fighters. You have only one.
Listen,
I built 36 champions. 36 champions.
36 champions, and you have one
you
champion.
Can go to my web.
You have 36 champions, and you have one person.
And I make money Pacquiao.
So let me tell you. So
I work for Murad Muhammad, and I make money Pacquiao with it.
I heard you. Listen, I heard you talking, and then now listen to me talking. You see what I'm saying? Because maybe you'll learn from me from doing good business. Because I've presented the fight to you, right? I presented to you fight not once, not twice. You know, more than 2 times I presented the fight to you with Devin, right? So when we came back on here, you knew that you had heard through the grapevine that, you know, through the channels that Devin and Eddie Hearn were talking to Jorge Linares. I came on here and I talked to you and I said that I would do the best I can. But one thing that I want to say to you is I don't steal from fighters, right? I don't steal from fighters. Not only am I going to say that, you got 35 other people, right, other than Sergio Martinez. That's why you got $50,000, because you're stealing from the fighter, right? That's what you're doing, and you're not providing opportunity for them to eat when it's time for them to eat. Maybe Javier Fortuna has gotten mad because you turned down the fight. You turned down the fight on multiple occasions because you were doing maybe good business for somebody else other than Javier Fortuna. But when you come on here and you talk about me, let me tell you, I got a young fighter.
You make it bad because you had the fight made.
I got a fighter that's 22 years old and is getting money, and he's a promoter, and I'm a manager, but I cannot do things more than what you saying that you can do in 30 years. If you was in a position to make the shit happen, like you said, instead, you know what you do? You give Mauricio Suleiman all the credit in the world. You give Eddie Hearn all the credit in the world, but you come here to try to pick on me because you think that there's something weak about me. There's nothing weak about me. You know what I mean? You're a liar and you're a thief. That's what you've been doing. You're lying and you're stealing from fighters. And guess what? Any fighter that hears you and ever works with you, or any dad or mom that works with you, right? Listen. There's something crazy. Can
I send you this to your home? It's a nice gift.
You're a thief. You're a thief. You've been stealing from the fighters.
Who you call? Why you calling him a thief, Bill? Who'd he steal from exactly?
He done stole from every fighter that he's been with, and every fighter that he's ever been with is mad. Javier Fortuna is mad at him because he didn't give the fight when he was supposed to. So he came on here and he's trying to clear his name because he has a fighter that's mad at him, right? He tried to get the fighter to sign with him again, right? Before he would even negotiate. Javier Fortuna is on a new contract.
By the way, I can show you. I can call you. It doesn't hurt me because it's that you have a misinformation and ignorance, and I tell you why. I signed Javier Fortuna 4 times because his visa expired, and every time you do the P1 visa, you need to do a new contract. I did it 4 times already.
I don't care. Listen,
I
don't care about that shit. I don't care about that shit.
You're talking ignorance because you say he expired the visa. You want I show you the visa? You want to see the visa?
You're not no promoter.
So don't tell me.
You're not no promoter. You're not no promoter.
Gentlemen.
Listen, you're not no promoter. You know, Javier Fortuna did better promoting the fight.
Already I took too much abuse from you.
Javier Fortuna did better promoting the fight than you did. You ain't no promoter. You just a face. You just a face. That's all. You're a face for something else, bro. That's all. You're not a promoter. You're not a promoter. You're on here talking about me. You're a thief. You take people, right? You take people, you never put them in a position.
I know how the
you don't
money
put them in a position to get no money.
In the table.
Right?
Yeah,
listen,
you know
what I did? You know what I did? You know what I did? You know what I took a kid? I took a kid that knew how to fight, and guess what? I showed him how to start his own LLC, start his own business, put him directly with the people. You know what I mean? You ain't never did that. You ain't never walked a day in my shoes. You want to flash $50,000? Flash what you done made happen for the fighter.
You asked me for $200,000.
What fighter got a Rolls Royce? What fighter is riding around in a Rolls Royce about you with your 30 years of experience? You got 30 years of beating people. And guess what? Your days is numbered in the business because fighters is up on you, man. They finding out about you, man. They watching Devin and they watching the position I put. You can't attack my credibility without going and petitioning to the WBC. You think that I can get on here and get mad because Lomachenko, because I couldn't get the fight with Lomachenko? We back asking Lomachenko for the fight.
Let me put this way.
We're back asking Lomachenko for the fight. You want to hand up $50,000 when you already had an opportunity to fight him. What are you talking about, man? If you listen, if you had beat him when it was time for you, if you could beat him and when it was time to beat him, we wouldn't be in the position we in right now. Why didn't you do it when you had time to do it? Nobody got time for that shit you talking about, man.
Can you answer one question? You ever heard that anybody of my fighters is sue me or send me a letter with a lawyer?
Listen, because guess what? You put them all in
so
position.
It's all dummies.
Because you always put them in
you can call me a thief?
No.
You know what? I cannot call you. I cannot call you.
You ask me okay.
The only thing I can call you, you're really an ignorant.
You don't want to answer the question. Listen, you know the reason why? You know the reason why fighters can't sue you? Because if they sue you, then they get blackballed. That's why. They don't have no other place to go after they deal with you.
Gentlemen, I really want to continue, but you cannot talk to a person that is upset.
No, I'm not upset. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. But listen, you just said
in 90 days, give up the fucking title.
You said that I'm scared.
Okay, in 90 days, after May 15, or you fight or go to 140. That's all.
Let me tell you.
In 90 days, I will talk to you again.
Let me tell you this. No one.
No, by the way, after the 15th
no one
May,
has given us. No, I hear what you're saying.
After the May 15th, which I talked to you, I talked
I know. Listen. I know when we was working. I know when we was working our way up, and we put it on the line, and we wanted to fight you. You tried everything not to give us an opportunity to shine. I told you honestly. You already heard. If you had came before Eddie Hearn was negotiating with Jorge Linares, then it would have been a whole different thing. Eddie was negotiating with Jorge Linares, and guess what? Eddie won't even call you back because you do bad business. You want to talk to him, you call him, he don't answer you.
Let me put it this way. Like this, we finish with that. After May 15th, do I need to talk to you or I need to talk to Eddie Hearn? Because you cannot run away after that.
I've tried to talk to you on numerous occasions.
No, we talk a future.
No.
Because what you say, I didn't call you. Listen.
I know. I did.
I didn't call you names.
You know I talked to. Listen.
I didn't call you names, but when people have said he called names.
No, you did.
I don't call you names because
you did call me a name. Before I got on here, you did.
I told you bullshitted, and you are.
Exactly. And you're a thief.
You are.
And you're a thief.
I didn't say nothing wrong.
You're a thief, though. I'm not saying nothing wrong. No
proof-
fighter is ever is gonna ride no fighter is gonna have no Rolls Royce fucking with you. Period. No fighter is gonna have their own LLC. No fighter is gonna have a co-promoter. And let me tell you this though, when Devin didn't even know the business. If you're so righteous, you teach a person the business and they get from up under your finger. You try to hold them until they brain dead. No fighter has ever did anything with you. Nothing. You don't even have control.
I'm really love, to talk with people that they can understand and we can have this honorable discussion. But to call anybody a liar and a thief without the proof, and when he says,
I just told you the proof. I just told you the proof.
You don't have no proof.
I just told you the proof.
You don't have no fucking proof.
How much money did Javier Fortuna make his last fight?
What do you mean the last fight? The last fight was X1.
Listen, how much money did he make his last fight?
It's not your fucking business. I didn't ask you how much he make your son.
You said what?
I say that it's not your fucking business.
Exactly. No, I know exactly.
Because I didn't ask you how much money make your son or how much money you take
let the people know.
Yeah, I say what percentage you take for your son.
But you asked me. But okay.
But you have $200,000 in the table.
Okay, now. You said what?
I say that I never ask you how much money you taking from your son because I saw you with $200,000 in the table. You show it to everybody. I say I can afford that. If I'm a thief, I can afford that $200,000 maybe. But listen, that is start to get already. It start to get.
He's been talking to. Wait a minute. My son has been talking to the now.
Bill, you running out of service there. He froze up.
Listen.
You stealing. No. That's you
driving.
That's you
stealing. I don't want to have an accident, please. If you're driving, keep driving. I don't want to have an accident, please. I don't wish you bad. I know that probably you wish me bad, but I'm not. Listen. Go home because it's nothing else to discuss. You make your choice already, and I see you after May 15, 90 days after. You need to show
Bill
your belt versus Javier Fortuna. That's all.
Bill, Sampson is under the impression that you guys will possibly move up after Linares. Will you face Javier?
Listen, Sampson is doing the best he can because he's not put his fighter in the great position, right? So he knows it came out already that he's ducked on multiple times from giving his fighter an opportunity. If he wanted his fighter and he believed in his fighter, then he would have beaten Devin, and Devin never would be in the position that he's in right now. So guess what? He found out that Devin is paying. Listen, hold on. He won't even say how much the most that his fighter done got paid. Guess what? We paid our opponent more than he's ever paid his fighter. Ever.
It's not your money.
Listen, that's what I'm saying is it wasn't your money either. You've never put up the money.
You don't pay.
Listen, you don't either.
You don't pay.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you pay the opponent. You paid Javier's opponent. You pay him. You pay all them too. That comes out of your money. That comes out of your money. You pay it.
I'm a promoter. You're not.
Listen, I'm asking you. Did you pay?
And I want you.
Sampson, why do you keep saying he's not a promoter?
I'm not a promoter.
But you guys got DHP.
You say that you told me. You say before that you co-promote with Eddie Hearn.
Hey, listen.
It's your partner.
Listen, let me explain something to you. Look, I'm the Leonard Ellerby. I'm the Leonard Ellerby. I'm the Leonard Ellerby to Devin Haney, right? Just like Leonard is to Floyd. I am the Leonard to Devin. Devin is the promoter and he is the fighter. The money goes into his promotional company, his LLC, right?
You're a co-promoter with Eddie Hearn.
Listen. I know you're trying to avoid. That's why I said this. I was gonna come on here and roast you because you starting to somewhat I'm bullshitting, dog. Right? You do not pay it. You go see my good friend. You go see my good friend Louis DeCuba, and then you make sure that you get paid. period. And Louis DeCuba and them make sure that the money is up. You do not put no money up out of your pocket, bro. Period.
Are you finished?
Yes.
I have a state drive, and I see you after May 15. You have 90 days to fight Fortuna. Can you say how?
Hey, Ness, bring me on here when you got some real work, man, for me, man. Y'all have a blessed day, and listen, get your hand out of his pocket.
You see, he doesn't answer me.
Hey, you remember on Malcolm X? Get your hand out of his pocket.
May 15 will fight Fortuna.
Give him an answer, Bill. Give him an answer. Are you going to fight Fortuna
Get your hand out of his pocket. Get your hand out of his pocket. You dig? Now, let me tell you this, though, is we want Teofimo Lopez, right? Now, Teofimo Lopez has said that, and Teofimo Lopez is the franchise champion, which means that he takes precedent. We've been waiting on him to make the big fight to unify all the titles. You see what I'm saying? Javier Fortuna has been in a position, ever mandatory, but Sampson wouldn't let him fight. Sampson didn't want to put him in a position to fight. So now he's in a position where he has to wait 90 days, right? And let me tell you guys this, is that the WBC still has an option on the paper to put the fighter in that best serves boxing. And that's what ended up happening.
Damn, so that's what I said, Sampson, so they could still put Ryan in there after May 15. Bill, you saying that they could still pick Ryan?
He knows. He knows that.
Oh, shit, Sampson.
He knows that.
Listen.
Listen. No. They could put Ryan. Listen, they could put Ryan. He's in the second position, man. Until he gets put in the first position, right? But you Sampson, never know what can happen.
Sampson is saying
he was already in the first position.
Sampson is saying that Bill, hold on. Sampson is saying that Ryan's position was passed over because he didn't take it.
Okay. So then that's great because we believe that we want that to happen. We wanted that to happen first.
If you want to fight after May 15, 30, 90 days after.
If Ryan,
Ness, can you ask him please to answer only one question? After May 15, you have 90 days to defend it with Fortuna. Can you answer only that question and then I go?
Hey, Bill, can you answer his question so he can
go?
Let
me tell you this. Let me tell you. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you. All right, I will answer his question.
Okay,
we don't have any problem fighting Javier Fortuna.
My time is.
No problem fighting Javier Fortuna next. I have no problem fighting Javier Fortuna.
No.
We have no
Say that you will fight him.
We don't have no problem fighting Javier Fortuna.
May 15,
we don't
90
have no
days.
problem. Listen, Devin is the best fighter on the planet. We have no problem fighting anybody, right? The thing that I told him was, he said that I was bullshitting. I was doing the best that I could as a manager, right? When I heard the pleas from him, I heard the pleas from the boxing voice, and I heard the pleas from the people, right? But we're telling the truth the way that the thing happened, that on more than one occasion, Javier Fortuna and Sampson chose not to fight Devin, or we wouldn't be in the position that we're in. We're in a position that we're asking the WBC and Teofimo Lopez to make the fight happen next, right? That's the fight that we want.
And you think the WBC is going to do that? They're going to make Devin versus... You believe Devin versus Lopez could happen?
Forget about that.
Devin versus...
Let me tell you.
Hold on. Let me tell you. Devin Haney versus
it will make a deal like that.
Hold on. Listen. What I'm telling you is, we want
I need to
say fight.
Goodbye. Listen, I have another appointment. What time is that? Let me see.
It is 5 o'clock West Coast. 5 o'clock West Coast.
Yeah. I have another appointment. Listen,
I know.
Listen, you can take it, and I my sympathy to all of you. Let him continue talking. He didn't answer one question. Only one question. I don't want to run. May 15. After that, can we have a coffee, make the fight?
You cannot hide. You cannot hide from the truth. You
Bill.
cannot hide from the truth.
Yeah, but you can hide from Fortuna.
We would love.
You can hide from Fortuna. You can hide to Fortuna.
But listen to this. Okay, listen to this. Listen to this.
Bill, is it true
The
that
WBC,
is
the
it,
WBC
Bill,
belt.
Bill, is it true that Linares getting the same amount of money you was offering Fortuna?
Listen, Linares is getting a lot of money. Javier Fortuna will get a lot of money. Gamboa will get a lot of money. They're going to get a lot of money because guess what? We're not in the business of beating fighters, right? We're not in the business of that. That's not what I'm in the business to do. Every fighter that has ever fought Devin Haney, you ask them, how did they get paid? They got paid good.
But is Linares getting the same amount you offered Fortuna?
I don't know what Linares is getting.
He's your partner. He's supposed to know. You close the deal.
I don't know what. He's trying to take shots, Bill. No. The thing about it is that I didn't.
You know what? I want to keep this conversation. Now we catch him in nice. How many points me? How many points him? He called me a thief with no reason, and he called me a liar with no reason because
you're a thief. You're a thief. You're a thief. You're a thief, and I guarantee you, Javier Fortuna. I bet Linares and both Javier Fortuna gonna get paid more than they've ever got paid fucking with you. Now I bet that. Now tell me I'm lying about that.
Sampson, the money that Gamboa received to fight Haney, would that be Javier Fortuna's career high payday?
Yes, correct. Yes.
So then Bill's not lying.
I don't lie, man. I don't lie.
Listen,
like this,
but he called me a liar. He asked me for a question that it makes sense. I'll be the first one to let it know.
Let me tell you, when it was about the glory, hey, Ness, when it was about the glory and it was to get in the position, he would never fight him, right? It was about money because he know Javier don't get his ass whooped. But now it's about the money. He's like, okay, I'll sell him out now. About the money, man. Listen, we would have fought him on Showbox, man, for nothing.
Listen, you're lucky that you didn't fight because if he beat your kid, you're not in the Rolls Royce like he's driving now.
If I had
you're lucky. You're very lucky. You're supposed to say me, thank you, Sampson. Thank you, Sampson.
Listen,
when you want to fight, you have only 13, 14 fights. You will knock the shit out of him.
Hey, listen, you try
with no experience. And by the way,
because you don't want to.
The only thing I can tell you, I have the most respect for your son. I can tell you that much. I will never say anything about Devin Haney because he's a gentleman, and because I will never say anything negative, especially a fighter, because I'm not a fighter and I have respect for the fighter. So I never say that he's afraid. The only thing I say that you afraid to fight for two.
And listen, and the only thing that I said is that as a businessman, you fucked up by not putting Javier Fortuna against Devin when we wanted to fight you, right? Because there would be no Devin Haney. If you felt that he was as good as he is, right? And every opponent has always gotten money. So now, once you heard that Javier Fortuna, that Gamboa. Okay, well, man, why do you keep interrupting me?
Fortuna, he will wait for May 15, 90 days. The situation now is everything has been done. Do you will fight Fortuna in 90 days after May 15? Yes or no?
Okay, now everything happened because we wanted to fight you. Hey, man, listen. You talk to your fighters like that. You don't talk to me like that. You don't talk to me. I don't work for you. I don't work for you. I don't work for you.
But Sampson, when I asked you that question earlier, you said that he pretty much wouldn't have a choice. When I asked you that specifically earlier.
Well, you know who can say that now? I tell you who. You see in 90 days after May 15, if you keep the 135 and record this one, to be sure that you tell me in my face that I'm making a mistake.
Okay, now the thing that I'm saying,
always it can be 90 days or 20 days.
Can I ask
the people in that area?
Can I ask the people?
They win 85 Fortuna.
Okay. Can I ask the people, when are we going to get? Because we've been trying to fight him. When are we gonna get Teofimo Lopez?
Never.
Okay. All right.
way, and
so you can't get him either. Then. So are you? Are you going to get Teofimo Lopez? Are you going to get Teofimo Lopez?
No.
Okay.
But let me tell you about Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, and I never talk bad about any fighter that he have the balls like your son, because I know that. So that is out of the question. I have the most respect for your son, and I really admire his quality as a boxer. Ryan Garcia,
you're not going to get. Listen, you're not. Devin will never sign with you. He's not going to sign with you. Listen, you don't need to say all the good things. He's not signing with you. We know that you steal from the fighters, so you can stop with all the about Devin. Listen, I'm put on here. I'm the hired mouthpiece, and I'm letting you know that you did bad business along the way. You did bad business, extremely bad business, bro. Now, if you want to talk right, then let's talk right? Let's keep it 100 about the business, right? That the Devin and the WBC by Teofimo Lopez being the franchise champion, he can come in and he can jump in front of you. Can Teofimo Lopez not jump in front of you?
He will
not. With that long pause. Look at him with that long pause. Huh?
He will not fight you.
Okay. Can Teofimo Lopez jump in front of you and become the mandatory?
No, this time. No, this time. This time, you never have a mandatory. This time, I guarantee you that it will not. You need to think about
the so Teofimo Lopez. Okay, so everybody, so Teofimo Lopez was just lying just the other day when he said that. Then,
look, he have an issue with his own promoter. He can talk whatever he wants. The father is very.
Was he lying? Was he lying or not? Okay, so is he lying or you? So is he lying? Is he lying or you lying?
I don't know which one is better.
Is he lying or you lying?
The what? How I can lie? I don't know.
No, Teofimo Lopez just said. No, Teofimo Lopez just said he could call Mauricio Suleiman right now and make him the mandatory for Devin.
Okay, so what I lied? I tell you.
No, I'm asking you. That's the question. Hey, big brother over there on the left. Why don't you ask him the question? Because he's not going to respond to me.
Sampson, lo que él te está preguntando es que si Teofimo puede llamar a Mauricio y pedir la pelea con Haney y si se la van a dar, en tu opinión.
I don't know. This I don't know.
Okay. So
the only thing I can tell you.
So wait a minute. That you don't know. Tomorrow, you don't know. But before I came on here, you knew everything.
Bill, let him answer some. Let him answer a little bit. Go ahead, Sampson.
I say, and I try to, to talk to him. Laugh. And you know what? You have a nice smile. I agree with you. And by the way, listen, nothing personal.
Me. You finish answering the question.
Nothing personal with you. You know what I mean? In a way.
Finish answering the question. See, now you ain't going to take the answer the question?
Because you forgot that he's a boxer and the only one he make the decision is the promoter. You understand that?
That's what I'm saying
he can call anybody, but the promoter is the guy that he will call. He can call to Mauricio, say, I want to fight unified. Okay, but you have no rights. The only one you have a right is the promoter, is Bob Arum. Okay. Now, if Bob Arum is going to say he want to unify, you know what I mean?
Okay, hold on.
So maybe.
Okay, so if Bob Arum, could Bob Arum do it then?
Well, look, again, I don't know what is in mind in the way of anyone. The only thing I can tell you that it will be in May 15. You have 90 days to face Fortuna or give up the title.
Yes.
And
okay.
Now,
okay.
This put it in black and white. Write it down, and then on May you will tell me that I was wrong or I was right.
Sampson,
and if I was right, I'd love to invite you for dinner. Have a good dinner. I pay.
Sampson, what's the split if Haney doesn't accept and you got to go to purse bid?
75-25.
Would you go to purse bid, Bill?
75-25.
Hey, listen. Let me tell the world. Let me pat myself on the back because I'm a wonderful dad and I put my son in a hell of a position. This guy said that I was bullshitting, and that's the only thing I came on here to say. Is, now, how things happen? Now, wait a minute. However, listen, you're
give you credit
rude,
what the work you did with your son.
You're rude, though. And Ness, you're not refereeing it. He's saying something, and I'm saying I'm just trying to tell him is that.
Okay, Sampson, you gotta let him talk.
Let me explain to you, to everyone. At least you know. Let's say that they go to a first bid. Okay.
Yeah.
I will put $2.4 million and it's $600,000 for Fortuna and $1.8 million for Haney. If he beat me, he pay more than 600. If no, I get my 600. Very simple. And PBC can afford 1.8. You know what I mean? He can afford 1.8.
Let me tell you. Listen, no. Let me tell you, I didn't do him and get him no fucking 600,000. I would make sure that he got more than that, man. What the fuck? Why would you only want him to get 600,000, dog? We're gonna make sure he get more than
because
that.
I want to make the because I know I can. Fortuna can beat your son.
This guy here.
Well, Bill, the reason he's saying 600.
No, I'm saying this. We don't even offer 600,000, my nigga. We not offer.
But the reason he's you in a bad service area.
More money units with this. No. Listen, Sampson.
You might be in a bad service area right now, Bill. But
I'm pulling up to the hill through these mansions. Give me a second.
Bill, but what he's saying is that they asked for the 600 because that's what Gamboa got, and he just wants to make the fight. He not trying to ask for more than that. But if you want to give him more, he'll take it.
No. Because most likely we will go to a first bid after 30 days, which should be May. I would say June, middle of June, we will go to a first bid.
Listen, let me tell you, he's not trying to win a first bid. He's just talking because he's nothing but a face. Listen. Okay, where are you gonna get the money to put up 2-point-something million?
He said PBC. He said PBC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is he don't know. He's not. They're gonna tell him what they're gonna put up if they even want to put up the money for the fight. Well,
if he doesn't put the money,
he's not talking.
Your son doesn't deserve it.
He better hope. He better hope. Listen, what you better hope is our good friend Louis DeCuba even want to do that. You dig what I'm saying? He might just tell you just to listen to me and stop all the shit, man. You're not talking to the network. Any promoter talks to the network. You're not talking to the fucking network. What are you talking about?
By the way, if PBC doesn't put $2.4 million, it means your son doesn't deserve it, and I believe he deserves it. That is the truth.
No. That means that
is very cheap.
That means that once again, you're exposed as a liar. Because you're not doing nothing, bro. You're no different than me. We're the same guys doing the best.
You told me you're a co-promoter.
I don't know what you're not a promoter, bro.
You told me that you're a co-promoter.
I'm saying this. You're not a promoter. You're just a face. Okay. You're just a face, bro. You're not talking. You don't know how much money that you once again you putting it. You're talking about what you're going to put up. You're not going to put up anything. You're going to hope that our good friend.
Must go. I have another Zoom.
All right. All right, Sampson.
Okay, you take care. Continue talking to this young man. Good luck. See you on May 15. We talk May 15 again.
I'm not going nowhere. You bye, Sampson.
Okay, I need to say goodbye because I never close the phone to any human being.
All right.
I'm talking every yeah. You're officially suspended from the boxing voice. He's officially suspended from the boxing voice.
So we go
nowhere.
May 15th.
Okay, bye. Take care.
You're officially suspended from the boxing voice for fabrication of the truth.
Hey, Mr. Haney. Before you jumped on the phone call, the the conversation of Lomachenko got brought up. Now, Sampson seemed to believe that if you were to land that fight, you would have to leave Dazn. Is that in any of your plans in the future, or you locked and loaded with Dazn and gonna try to bring these big fights over to Dazn?
One thing that Eddie Hearn said is it don't matter what network that it's on, he'll make the opportunity. If the opportunity is a legacy fight and it's a fight that we want to make, Eddie is filthy. Eddie is filthy with money, man. He done had money all his life. He grew up in the money. He's not going to hold back an opportunity for a kid like Devin, you know what I'm saying, to get him some money, man, and legacy. He's not going to do that. That's just not what he's going to do. He don't stand in the way right now. He delivers fighters to ESPN. So what's the problem? He's filthy rich, man. Eddie's filthy rich. Listen, Eddie, not only he got Canelo right now, right? He got Canelo right now. He got Anthony Joshua in them for 2 fights. Do you think he care about this little shit we talking about? Listen, if we need to go to ESPN, or if we need to go to Showtime, he's not standing in our way. Devin is a co-promoter. That's what he's supposed to do. Devin's supposed to do is bring opportunities. But what Eddie is always saying is that he's putting the most money on the table for him. And everybody knows that. Even Sampson knows that. And you know what I told Eddie yesterday? I said, guess what, Eddie? I believed in this shit before anybody else did. Before Teofimo wanted to go over there, before Ryan wanted to go over there, before Canelo was over there. Everybody told us we was going to get lost on the app, right? Now the big...
You in that bad service area, in the mansions on the hills, champ. Mansions on the hills.
It's on the app.
Bill, you there?
He might be gone.
Call him gone in the sauce. Got lost. B to the H is gone.
Yo, when these two...
Thank you.
Huh?
Hey, hello?
Yes. We hear you.
Yeah.
I guess, Bill, you in a bad service area right now. That's what it's looking like.
Man, he need to get one of them suitcase phones, them old satellite phones.
Yeah. Well,
the animosity is real, though.
It is.
For real.
It is. Let's see, man. We got some callers we're going to get to, man. I wanted to ask Bill his thoughts on the rumors. I'm seeing stuff about possible Lomachenko and Oscar Valdez. Did you see that?
I did not see that. I would find it hard to believe they'd chuck Lomachenko in there after a loss. Give him at least one fight. I want to see Lomachenko Comey.
It would be versus a smaller dude, though. Remember?
Who else is knocking around there?
What do you mean?
He ain't gonna fight Javante at 130. You know what I'm saying? I would think Lomachenko would have to get a win real quick before they chuck him in with Valdez.
Why is that?
I mean that's just the normal etiquette in the sport of boxing. This crazy sport of boxing we love.
Yo, he's a big name, man.
Yeah.
He's a big name, so, you know. But seems like we got no bill, so we're going to go to callers real quick. You know the number to call in, 14255-6952-41. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Yeah, let's do it.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Juan in the BX. Juan in the BX. What up? What up? What up? What up? Juan just.
Yo, Ness. I'm good, bro.
All right. All right. Mr. PBC. Mr. PBC. What up? What up? What up?
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com. I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife. You cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Hello?
What up, Dom?
Yo, that was a good interview. I don't know, man. I mean, it's not ducking, but it kind of is. But you know,
who's ducking?
Hello?
Back.
Yeah, who's ducking?
Mr.
Who's
Haney's
ducking?
back.
Listen, I give the same energy being a gentleman, right? Gentleman is blaming me for something that's like me blaming him for him never wanting to fight Devin, never giving him an opportunity when everybody is asking for these names. Click that phone the TV so they don't get blocked. Hold on one second. Man. I want this. Yeah, I never came on here and, you know what I mean, ragged on him and did all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for him to come and then say that it's my fault, that what's the name? He didn't even come out until they heard, or maybe, I don't know, Javier Fortuna called and said that he's fighting Jorge Linares or whatever. But Ness, no, I was talking to Ness. I told Ness that it was Jorge Linares. Ness hit me on the thing in which we have always tried to get him, Javier Fortuna. This is the first time that Javier Fortuna has said something after Jorge Linares. And Ness knows that I was telling him. He knew, Ness knew about Linares. He says, "Oh, that's a good one." And you know, if we can't get anybody, that's a good fight, Jorge Linares. Like I talked to you about Gamboa, right? I don't profess to be in a position that I'm not in, but I mean, I'm in the know of what's going on, right? And Jorge Linares is a hell of a fighter, right? In his last fucking 18 fights, now that's 18 more fights than Teofimo or Lomachenko has, right? The only loss he has is to Lomachenko, and then he lost to Cano at 140 and a first round stoppage. It was a first round stoppage that he got overwhelmed. So, you know, I don't talk about Jorge Linares. I didn't talk about Javier Fortuna. I didn't say he was no terrible fighter. I just said that we have tried to fight him on numerous times for not the kind of money that's on the stage right now. Devin wasn't making that kind of money when we wanted to fight him. When we offered to fight him, you know, it was on Showtime. We were on Showtime then, right? So the fight where I tried to get him was Showtime, Showbox, and Showtime Championship Boxing, where we would go on the undercard, and it would be Javier Fortuna and Devin, right? So, you know, I mean, I do feel some type of way when he comes on and he starts saying this shit and he starts pointing at Bill and the check and all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, I've always been civil. Me and him have always been okay, right? But when you talk about doing great business and you see a fighter like Devin on the rise, right? He's had more popularity than Javier Fortuna. So why didn't he stop why didn't Javier Fortuna stop Devin then? And there would be no Devin Haney. That's all that I was saying, man. I don't want to argue with that guy or do none of that kind of shit. But if you talk about, you know, going to him and bringing the fighter to him, each time he's saying is you're not going to get the money that you're going to get with Devin and the app that everyone talked bad about. And then you got a chance to see ESPN, the fights on an ESPN app, right? Everyone's talking about that they were going to be on ESPN regular television, but then they were on the ESPN app. So then you talk about Teofimo Lopez, he's on a Thriller, he's on an app, right? So we talk about Eddie Hearn, and I say, man, listen, Eddie Hearn, I can't say nothing about him. He's a great promoter. I don't talk about the other promoters. I didn't say nothing, but I said, well, why would we not have to be in business with him to make a fight with Bob Arum? No, everyone else was, shit, Anthony Joshua ain't gonna leave him to make a fight with Tyson Fury, right? Maurice Hooker didn't have to leave him to make a fight with Jose Ramirez. Anthony Corolla didn't have to leave him to when he fought Lomachenko. So why would we have to leave? Well, why is the leaving stuff even in the equation, right? Devin has the belt. They're willing to pay.
Well,
right?
Sampson brought that up.
Huh?
Sampson brought that up when talking about Loma. He's like, that you talking to Bob about Loma leads him to believe that's the end of Matchroom and Haney.
No, but what I'm saying is, why would it be the end of Matchroom and Haney when we did a deal knowing that Eddie Hearn delivers opponents to ESPN? And Eddie has not said anything about his fighters can't go on ESPN. And for that matter is that he's never said nothing about fighters can't come on DAZN. He just doesn't even talk like that. Mm-hmm. Since when did he talk like that? When is all this talk about? Bob Arum just came on and said, before that, he said that Devin needed to fight somebody and all the stuff like that. And I was like, what are you talking about? I disagreed with the part about him needing to fight somebody. I've always thought that the Loma fight was a great fight. He just now recently said that it was a great fight, right? And he said that we have another fight and all this other stuff that I don't even feel like that we should even, that's not even discussion that should even be had, right? We wanted the great Hall of Fame promoter and Bob Arum to say that it's a great fight that the people would want to see. And that's what he did say out of his mouth. Oh, that's a great fight. Well, why couldn't it be now?
I agree.
We were just going off by what Sampson said.
What about,
that's all.
What about these new rumors about Lomachenko and Oscar Valdez? Have you seen that?
Listen, I know the Lomachenko team would like to fight anybody else other than Devin. We've been looking for that fight. We've been looking for the fight with, that fight with both Loma and Tio puts Devin in the place that we feel he is as a fighter, right? It's no problem. We don't slight Javier Fortuna. We don't say anything bad about him. We wanted to fight him coming up. We're not saying he's a bad fighter, right? But the position that we earned based on Javier Fortuna not fighting Devin, right? Whether it been the mandatory, whether it been the tournament, whether it been on Showbox, right? That if we didn't fight him, we wouldn't be in a position. He would then be in a position. Don't you think Sampson would be asking for Lomachenko? Or don't you think he would be asking for Teofimo Lopez? Do you think let me ask you a question. If Javier Fortuna had an opportunity to fight Teofimo or Devin, who do you think he would fight?
Teofimo.
Right. Everybody want to pick everybody else but us stuff, right? But then we're supposed to not want to fight that person, right? This shit is backwards, bro. But I'm saying as from a business standpoint, from a business standpoint is if you think and you believe in your fighter that we believe our head was on the chopping block and it's still on the chopping block because Lomachenko ain't no fucking pushover. It's not like the Sampson, right? You have nowhere to go. Why you don't go over there to ESPN and offer Javier Fortuna to Lomachenko? Right? Right? Nobody's asking for Lomachenko. There's not a line around the corner. Is Teofimo asking for Lomachenko?
But why would you fight Lomachenko for no belt when you could fight Haney for the belt? As a mandatory with no rematch.
Lomachenko doesn't have a belt now, and we still want to fight him because Lomachenko is a great fighter, a decorated fighter, and it's a fighter that's on the pound-for-pound list that people like. Yeah, it's a fight that people want to see.
But you guys are Devin Haney with a belt, so that fight makes sense. For Javier, he ain't getting paid right to fight Loma, and it ain't for a belt. And he loses his position against you. So why do it?
Well, I know that Lomachenko, I've still put him as the kind of fighter that gives great work and gives great credibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think about him. That's why we still had Jorge Linares lined up, right? And, you know, it's Lomachenko has an opportunity to come out and say, you know, what the fuck is going on, and you know what I mean, and get his name in the mix, right? Him and Devin was talking. They were talking. Then I called Egas. You know what I'm saying? That's a fight that we want because we know that the people like that motherfucker, man. And that's where you get your fighter if you believe in him. That's what takes your fighter to that next level, right? That's what gets your fighter is step by step by step. Of course, we're looking at 147 pounds, right? And all the great fighters just there, right? But it takes steps. It just takes steps, man.
Mr. Haney, how come Mr. Sampson seems to think that if you guys fight Linares and you beat Linares, why does he seem to think that Ryan Garcia can't jump back in and be like, all right, I'm ready to fight Devin. We got fans in the stadium. Why does he think Fortuna would proceed that fight? I don't understand that.
I would hope that Javier Fortuna would proceed Ryan Garcia because, you know what I mean? He's not moving like he wants to fight, right? He can be vocal and say that that's what he wants. He said Lomachenko, he said Tank Davis, he said everybody. So I would want Javier Fortuna to be in that position, right? I would want him to be in a better position. I would want the people to know that when it came time for Ryan Garcia right now, right, to fight, that he didn't. I just wanted it to be truthful, that it's really what it is. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know.
Why is Mauricio being quoted saying that the two teams, both Haney and Ryan Garcia, decided that now isn't the right time to make that fight?
Okay, because the thing is that during the pandemic, during the pandemic when nothing is open, right? See, it was just like when the pandemic started, right? And the Luke Campbell and the Javier Fortuna fight fell out, right? Then everything opened up. Then Devin petitioned to fight Javier Fortuna for the title that he was stripped from and made champion in recess, right? So if Jorge Linares has already signed the agreement, then we couldn't do nothing, right? Now that Texas is open, now that we just went down to the fight in Florida with Canelo, right? It's a different time, man. It's a different time, man. Shit is open now. You know what I'm saying? So what they're saying about things not be open, that shit is day to day. It's open now. What was happening last month or last week or whatever, shit is opening. It's open.
But it's been open, Bill. So why is
it's not been open. No, it's not been open.
It has.
Since when?
Since Earl and Danny, which was September last year. And Canelo and Callum was last year in Texas.
Hey,
both.
Listen. Texas was not wide open like Texas is wide open now.
Texas is now 100% open, but
they
were doing fights. They were doing fights out here at 20%.
Okay, so now listen. Okay, you're talking about a fight at 20% versus a fight at 100%, bro.
But Earl still brought in more money than fucking Canelo.
Okay, but what I'm telling you is that the promoters, the networks, they have no excuse now.
Exactly.
And Devin Haney, listen, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. If you're talking about
but that's my thing. If you're saying there's no excuse, why is Mauricio being quoted yesterday saying that you guys and Ryan's team asked for more time because now is not the right time?
Okay, now listen. You hear me on here. You hear Devin saying it, right? Let's hear it out of Ryan. Ryan is saying Pacquiao. He said, okay, so you're going to have a fight with Manny Pacquiao instead of Devin. You're going So that makes
that's not even real anymore.
No, so but that makes sense to have a fight with Pacquiao, right? Or it makes sense to have a fight with Tank Davis, but it doesn't make sense to have a fight with Devin. We don't have nobody, bro.
You got Linares and Fortuna.
That's it. And we'll take them. We'll take them because guess what? We'll take them. Now, okay. So who is Campbell going? Who is Ryan Garcia going to take?
Well, he told Eddie Hearn that nobody. Eddie Hearn flat out asked him, and he said, "I understand if you can get the Pacquiao fight. I understand if you can get the Tank Davis fight. But for whatever reason you can't get those two fights, you should be fighting Devin Haney." And Ryan Garcia on camera said, "You know what? You're right." So after Linares, you got Garcia, Fortuna. That's how I'm looking at it from the outside.
And listen, and that's what I'm telling you is that the fight that really should happen if because Teofimo Lopez picked Kambosos, the next fight that should happen is Devin and Ryan Garcia. That's a fight that should happen. That's all.
Well, hell yeah, yeah.
Let me get to some more of these calls here. Heavy-handed JP, Long Beach. What up?
Hey man, I loved it. I love it. It seemed to be rubbing certain people the wrong way. Personally, I just feel like they love to undermine a black man in business. But one thing that has come across to me that is quite apparent is if the tables were reversed. Boy, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, is it? Because it seemed to me like Deb and Bill and them was begging for a shot years ago and was getting laughed at. But when we need you, it's time to play victim and do some kind of sympathy pool or like you owe me something. So, Sampson, kiss my ass and, wait your turn in line. That's all I got, man.
All right. We got Mr. PBC. Come on back. Once, twice. All right. We going out to Decatur, Georgia.
Get your ass in the ring and
Ain't
swing, man.
Boxing motherfucker like this.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, Daddy. Boxing thinking man's game.
This a dollar beat.
Skill. Up here. You gotta be out thinking motherfucker. That's what
BoxingVoice.com.
Lids low. Uh-oh. All right. Well, it looks like everybody's just listening. Majid in Orlando. All right. Well, Bill, that is it. No calls.
Hey, brother, I always thank you. Always thank you for always giving me the opportunity to come on here, man. And sometimes, like, I'm always just trying to match the energy. I want to be a gentleman and I want to be, fair and be a businessman. But, I just didn't feel, it didn't sit well with me, bro, with the way the dude was getting down. You know what I'm saying? So I thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on and at least, address it. Okay. Definitely, man. He wanted to see you, man. He was asking me for days if we can get this done. So, he definitely wanted to see you and he wants to fight. So we'll see what happens, man. But the thing about it is that when we wanted to fight with him, right? He wasn't trying to see us. He wasn't making himself available. We was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like all the time that we asked him, he never. We just talked about, right? It's like you just asked me the question. Oh, if so and so had the opportunity to face Devin or Tio, who would he face? And I said Tio. So that's what Javier was doing. I mean, I think you made that clear before. Javier went for the Luke Campbell fight. He tried to get the Ryan fight, and those negotiations He even tried to get the Jorge Linares fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then came back and saying something about Jorge. Listen, Jorge, I'm not even going to hold you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are preparing for Jorge Linares. We prepare for Javier Portun. All those guys are bad motor scooters, right? I just know that it's something special about Devin. Who's training Devin for this fight, Bill? I've been training him. I thought you said you retired from being a trainer. Well, the thing about it is I wanted to do was I wanted to give him, because we had been together so long, and him, even as a business, like when I tell you, that he owns the business, right? What I didn't want to do is make him feel indebted. I want to earn my position, right? I want to earn it. I wanted to always feel that Devin is making the right decision with me, not just because I'm his father, but he's making the right decision because I know my shit, right? And it was at a point where I felt that to give an opportunity for other guys, other coaches to solicit for the job, also give an opportunity where they don't feel like that me and Devin is going to fall out if you ask or if you solicit, you know what I mean, right? I also wanted Devin to not feel that, his dad is, you know what I mean, like his dad wouldn't step to the side if that's what he wanted to do, right? I've given him, ample opportunity, right, to pick somebody to come to me and say, Dad, you right. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go with this guy. Let's go with that guy. And you know what I mean? Every time when it's time to train, right, I get the text and he say, come on, Dad. You know what I'm saying? Come on over here. Come on. And that's just the way that it's been. And I'm going to always support him at whatever decision that he makes. I'm going to, at the end of the day, I'm still going to be Pops. And to be Pops means giving him an opportunity to be the man and the boss that he is.
Well, you got to be in that corner to get one of them trainer belts. You didn't get one yet, right?
Yeah, I did.
You got one already?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Congrats. I had no clue. Damn. All right.
Yes, sir. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on.
So in the meantime, though, oh my God, what's
Hey,
his
take
name
a look,
from Ohio?
Ness.
I see it. What's his name? Mickey Bay? Is Mickey Bay still with y'all?
Yeah, that Mickey. Yeah. We got a team, man. We got a team with us that's still, still strong. You know what I mean? We have a community, a plethora of veteran trainers that always come down and look over the workouts and make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And that part is never going to change. Shout out to a good guy and Kevin Henry, who's been with us for a long time. You know what I mean? Been with Devin since he's been a kid. Man, we got big Rodney Chrysler. Yeah, with Mick, we got, you know what I mean? Like, we got some good guys, bro. Theo Torrance came in. You know who Theo Torrance is? He came in. You know what I'm saying? He dropped some wisdom and helped out. You know what I mean? So, like we straight, bro. Really.
Well, and May 15th is the date for Linares.
Well, we don't know. We don't know when it is. We don't know if it's May. I mean, it's in May, but we don't know which weekend of May it's going to be. I mean, I can't make that announcement until we hear the word. You know what I'm saying? You never have heard us say we said April or May. We haven't said the date. So obviously it's not April. So it should be in May.
Fans that you know of? Any fans in attendance or no?
Texas.
There will be fans. There will be fans, and I think that it'll be someplace special.
Oh, okay. So a new location, not Texas and in Florida, something different. You're saying?
Hopefully.
Okay. That's what's up.
Hopefully it's something. One thing about Eddie and Matchroom, they always have some sexy shit that's going on with venue and. You know what I mean? City and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they do it all over there.
We were in Miami first at that.
Yeah, with the what was one of the Pauls, right?
Yeah, that was the Staples Center, but we were in the Miami for this last fight of Gamboa at the Hard Rock Stadium. We just didn't have fans, right? Canelo came back after and had fans, and it was actually the company's decision and the fact of that they were trying to do the quote unquote what would you call, like when you do, like when the people you make a legitimate call for everybody to be safe. What is that, like a conscientious decision that we wanted to have a closed show to, you know, in like good faith, like you want to try to keep people healthy and stuff. And we were, you know, we came and we saw Tank go to Texas, I think, and had a big crowd or something like that.
Atlanta, I think he went to.
Oh, Atlanta? No, I think he went to Texas for the Leo Santa Cruz fight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just me, and that's just me saying with Ryan and, you know, and so forth that, I mean, you know, the shit changes so fast that now the places are open, so we can't have the excuse no more of it not being no fans. And Ryan, he talks. He don't let Golden Boy talk for him, right? Devin Haney don't let Eddie talk for him and say, you know, oh, I don't want this fight or I don't want that fight. Devin will come out and say that he wants to fight Lomachenko. Eddie didn't tell him to say that. I didn't tell him to say that. So when he did say it, and Lomachenko for the very first time had said something, right? I've reached out to Eddie and said, hey, Eddie, why don't you see, can you make that fight happen? I think that Lomachenko might be serious. Because he had never said nothing before. But all the other times he was like, first he said, get a belt. Then when Devin got in the position, he said, because Devin and Tio was talking shit. He said, who are these guys? You know what I mean? Get a belt and I'll fight you.
But you're saying nothing came from all the back and forth with Loma and Devin? Because I know that Loma said, oh, that's a fair enough time to get ready, or that's a normal time to get ready.
Right. Call Aegis. You got his number.
I gave it to you, man. What happened when you called him?
You know, I called him.
And?
He said, call Bob.
Oh, man. That's crazy. He said, call Bob.
So, Bill, we know.
Hey,
oh, shit.
Hey.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
What's that? Messages with Aegis?
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, after the Canelo Yildirim fight, we saw an interview with Mauricio Suleiman, and he was getting a lot of stick for how Yildirim became that mandatory for that fight.
Yeah.
And he said that he was going to go back and look at the rules and regulations of the WBC. Is there any chance in hell that you guys can try to push Mauricio to get that TO fight that you guys so desperately want?
Well,
or is he still going to be protected by that damn franchise belt?
Well, one thing about the Teofimo Lopez is that when they want something and they want to go outside of what the promoter wants, they do it. You know what I mean? And that's on down to going on another network, so on and so forth. So, you know, if Teofimo wants to fight with Devin, right, it's on Teofimo, right? You know, we say about forcing guys and all that stuff like that. Can you force the fight? That the reason he has the franchise tag and the reason why he emailed to get that was so he could be no, you have to email. He emailed it. You know he did. So he emailed Mauricio before the fight and said with Teofimo Lopez, he said, if I win, can I be the franchise champion? Right now, right? For some reason, on that particular night, he won 2 belts. He got 2 WBC belts.
He got one that said top rank on it, right?
He got one to say top rank. Hold on.
The top rank and then the franchise.
Yeah, he said he got one.
He getting calls.
Bill.
He getting them calls. Bill. That's Aegis. That's Aegis right there, yo.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh yeah. Listen. So when you talk about hey Ness.
Yeah.
How do you win 2 green belts on the same night when you only fought against one WBC fighter?
I don't even know. One of them said top rank.
So top rank is winning belts now?
I think it was like, you know, the way they made one for Earl, even though he was already the WBC champ when he fought Danny, they made him like a commemorative belt, like a memento, like like a day of. Remember, his belt had like angel wings on it and shit, and I guess it was like to signify coming back after the crash. I think it's like those Mayan belts.
So the other belt is not really like real. It's just like just a made up
like
belt.
like a trophy, like something, something for the day.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Well, I was just hoping that once Mauricio got the backlash from the Yildirim and Canelo fight, that would be another issue that they would bring back to everybody in the WBC, and that would be an issue that gets brought back up.
Mm-hmm. Man, Mauricio has putting the fighters in a position to make the fights happen. It falls on the fighters, man. You see what I'm saying? They can be vocal about, but then they want to hide behind Mauricio and then blame it on him for not making the fights, or they want to conveniently let the fans blame it on him, right? When that's not the case. That's why you never heard us complain about it to them, right? We got put in. We never even asked to be put in. What is that? Champion in recess, right? We were put in champion in recess, right? We didn't ask to be put in that. We were put in that, and then we didn't say nothing. And then when the pandemic was over, right? Okay, so we were put in champion in recess, and then Javier Fortuna and Luke Campbell tried to make a fight happen, right? And then when the pandemic kicked in, their fight got canceled. Their fight got canceled, and then by the time their fight got canceled, then Devin was back. He was back from shoulder surgery. Mm. Then we petitioned to fight Javier Fortuna for the vacant belt. And Javier Fortuna and Sampson they went and did something else. He said, no, he was going to fight Luke Campbell. He says, I already have a contract for Luke Campbell and all that other stuff. And I'm saying, so as a businessman, then you didn't fight Luke Campbell. So evidently somebody got out of the contract, right? The fight never happened. So that shows you what their contract was, right? So as just having good business, man, you don't do that. If you believe that your fighter is the fighter that we believe Devin is, then you put him on the chopping block. And he's been on the chopping block for a long time.
I mean, we're all assuming that that's the fight that Devin and yourself want, is Teofimo Lopez. And as we see, he just jumped over the Triller, and he's getting a huge payday at $4 million, $4+. Now, the only way for you to get that fight, do you think, is for you guys in the zone to throw him crazy amounts of money?
Well, like I said, the thing about it is he talked to Eddie. When he talked to Eddie, he said what he felt about Devin, him and his dad. They said $10 million, which is a testament to what kind of fighter Devin is, right? Is that you asked for $10 million. He's that kind of fighter, right? Fighters, he has respect from his peers, right? He just doesn't have respect from his peers' fans. And I love how the fans ride for their fighter. We want to earn the respect from the fans as a total, not just the brothers and sisters, not just the Mexicans, not just, you know what I mean? Right. We want to earn the admiration and the respect of everybody. So that's why we say we want to fight these great guys, these great fighters, not because we feel that, you know what I mean, they ain't shit or no shit like that. We didn't say Javier wasn't shit. That's why we want to get on the stage and fight him. We didn't say Ryan Garcia ain't shit. That's why we want to fight him. You know what I mean? Like, or Loma. We don't say he's not nothing. We want to fight him. It was them guys saying that Devin wasn't nothing. You've never heard Devin say that.
We got a few super chats. LJ Juarez says, exposed as a duck, with the duck emoji. Then we got Major Key Boxing. This says, stop fronting, Bill. Laugh out loud. 3 laughing out loud emojis. I love your son, but let's get ready to rumble already. And fist emojis.
Rumble with who, Major Key? I mean, listen, is he going to rumble with the fans? I mean, what the fuck? We love you guys, man. Major Key, you know what I mean? I done been on the panel with you before, bro. We're not saying nothing bad about that. We're not saying nothing bad about. People want us to say something bad about Mauricio. For what? Say something bad about Loma Teofimo for what? Well, only thing is that we always say is that the fight should get made. Those fights should get made. That's all we can say. We never say, oh, we're not getting paid the money that we're supposed to. We don't say, oh, we only can be on this one network. What the fuck, man? That's why I say this. Listen, the fans, including, they're tough fans that when you receive the admiration of them, they're gonna ride for you. And that's what we look to do. That's what Devin is look. We didn't know you guys 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. We just knew we wanted to be in a position where you guys saw his talent and then fell in love with it. You don't have to be in love with it right now. He just has to get in there with your favorite fighter. That's all. And you respect him then.
And I think that's the question for most fans. How the hell can that happen when everybody seems to be moving another way, or they don't want to fight Devin, or whatever the case might be? The answer the fans want to know is, how can that happen?
I mean, the answer is Linares. That's why they're going towards Linares. They can't get what they want, so they got to get the next best thing.
Yeah, but Bill himself would say that there's probably 3, 4 other fighters he'd rather fight ahead of Linares.
No, but when you talk about Linares, right? You talk about a fighter that ain't scared of nobody, dog. He don't care nothing about none of that shit. He got in there with Loma and dropped him. You see what I'm saying? When you talk about a fighter like Gamboa, they're not scared of nobody. He lost to Terrence Crawford. He lost to Gervonta Davis, and one other fight that he ended up losing, right? But outside of that, these guys, when they look at Devin, right, they've been on those big stages, they've been there, and they have no fear, right? That's why they call them, that's why they say that those guys are the gatekeepers. Their guys are, you beat them, then you're at that level, because they don't come into it with fear. But when Devin did fight Gamboa, after a few rounds, he went into survival mode because he didn't want to get knocked out. So he did more grabbing and more holding than you've ever seen him do. So that was a testament to it. And then plus Devin had to beat him with one hand.
Well, we got another super chat here from Brandon who says G5 Miami Memorial Day weekend. Let's campaign, Bill. So I guess he's trying to get that fight in Miami.
And we love Miami. We love Florida. That weight, right? With Devin, he loves the humidity, right? You just start sweating. Everybody is sweating just walking around. You know what I mean? So he loves Miami. We love the people in Miami. We love to, party after the fight and everything, man. So,
Presidential Luke says, Loma said he's waiting for the contract. Blank stare emoji. Did y'all send an offer? Did you call Bob? Because you said, Eager said call Bob. Did you talk to Bob?
Yep.
So what's the outcome?
Bob don't want to do the fight. So he has to pressure Bob. He has to pressure Bob.
Damn.
Because I went on there and talked to Bob. I went on there and told Bob. Now listen, the thing about Bob is though, when he wants one of his fighters to fight, and the other fighter don't want to fight, he gonna come on there and let you know. Mm-hmm. He has a history of that. Now, this is a fight that the people want. You know what I mean? It's a fight that he has to answer to, because the people are talking about it. I'm answering the questions. So, and the thing about Eddie is that he got real big fish, man. He got whales. He got whales to deal with. So, paying Devin and not putting him in, we already knew. I went over there knowing that there's a chance that we'll be an opponent to one of the fighters. We went over there knowing that. We know we're not protected.
Well, Bill, that is it. I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on and always giving us an opportunity to find out the truth.
I appreciate you guys, man. Blessings on top of blessings, man. Please, stay safe out there, man. You know what I mean? And, respect is earned. It ain't given, man. And one day, we'll have an opportunity to earn all you guys' respect. Just, tune in to us, when we fight Linares or whatever, bro. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, King. All right.
Thank you.
Peace.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Haney, Moore's House. Any final thoughts before we wrap it up? Another banger.
Hey man, you know what it is. I just need a little love over at my channel on Moore's House. Please stop in, check it out, like and subscribe, and I'll catch up with the whole TBF fam. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
The spelling to his YouTube channel is right there in between the letters B and O on the boxing. So that's youtube.com/Moore's House. Don't forget to subscribe right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. If you're just tuning into this, we rock out every day, one time a day, twice on Thursdays. But we do a lot of spontaneous shows like today. We went live 3 times. So hope you enjoyed it. Catch it on the podcast if you missed it. And you can hit the thumbs up in the future, present, past. It still helps with the visibility of the show. Peace.
Peace.